The president just did a global economy pump and dump scheme in broad daylight, and nothing happened. A bunch of billionaires literally laughed about it on camera in the Oval Office. Like, this guy made $2 billion today. It's like if The Big Short was directed by Tim and Eric. We got this before GTA 6. Welcome to another lovely day in the clown world simulation, where the rules are fake, the consequences are arbitrary, and truth itself is now a marketing tool. Meanwhile, everyone's broke, but flexing vacations they financed with Klarna. Dating apps are still dopamine slot machines run by incels at fucking Meta, and mental health is now just shorthand for, I took a cold plunge and downloaded Calm. Motherfuckers be like, Jeffy, how do I make a good first impression? There are no impressions, bro. Just hallucinations being voted on by unstable algorithms and hormone-choked meat puppets. So no, this isn't about adjusting to all this insanity anymore. This is about thriving in it. Reality is broken. Charisma is how you bend it. You are not losing your mind. You're just seeing the matrix for what it is. The system is malfunctioning. Socially, economically, psychologically. And instead of fixing it, motherfuckers are just adding more filters. Nobody's even asking if the rules make sense anymore. They're just interested in whether the aesthetic slaps. We live in a culture where the apocalypse has to come with good lighting and a viral hook. So here's the fucking truth. There is no normal to return to. We're not going back. You are being farmed for attention. Your brain is owned by notifications. Your instincts are hijacked by billion-dollar neurohacking labs. And most of what you believe about yourself, it's not even yours. Like you think you're awkward? No, you're just malfunctioning in a system that was never built for you to win. And the most fucked up part is, most people are cool with this. They'd rather die in the simulation than be uncomfortable outside of it. But you're here watching this, which means what? Some part of you already knows. You're meant to be more than a cog in the fail machine. You don't need therapy, dude. You need transformation. The world is on fire. And most people are like, where's the fire extinguisher? You're going to dance in the flames. You're not awkward, okay? You're not low value. You're not good enough. You're just wearing a costume that doesn't fit anymore. Somewhere along the way, you got assigned a role. The nice guy, the smart one, the overthinker, the insecure genius, the I'll just be chill and hope they like me NPC. Those roles, whatever it was, that kept you safe. It helped you survive the simulation. But you didn't come here to survive, did you? You came here to wake the fuck up. This persona that you've been clinging to is the prison. You've been trying to win the social game while locked in the closet like fucking R. Kelly, asking for a script that was never written for you. Every hesitation, every stutter, every I don't know what to say, none of that shit, that's not a flaw. It's signal interference. That's your authentic self choking on the mask. And the longer that you keep trying to optimize the mask with self-help books, with more how to be charismatic YouTube videos, with fucking your affirmations and your gratitude journal, the more that you become the character instead of the fucking player. The truth is, there's nothing inherently wrong with you. There's something wrong with the version of you that you're projecting. And look, the thing is, you know this. You felt those moments when the mask slips and suddenly everything just flows. When, the laugh is real, the eye contact locks, the fucking room shifts, the world bends around your signal. That's not luck. That's not some glitch. That's you. But you can't access that version while clinging to the old one. The mask must die. Burn it. Burn all of it. The need for approval. The compulsion to say the right thing, the fear of being a little too much. Light that shit on fire. Because under the costume is something nuclear. And we're going to unleash it. You've been trying to say the right thing. Meanwhile, real motherfuckers walk in and the room shifts before they even open their mouth. That's not game. That's signal. You've been taught to like scan the room and calibrate. Like, don't be weird. Be confident. Make a good impression. What you weren't told is everyone else is scanning too. Like, nobody gives a fuck about you. They're thinking the same damn shit. Do I look cool? Do people like me? They're locked in their own mental prison. They're scanning you. They're waiting for someone, for anyone to just bring the fucking vibe. So what if you stop scanning? What if you become the one they calibrate to? That's the switch. That's the death of social hunger and the birth of presence as power. Not as some tactic, but as a baseline state. Because look, most people don't remember what the fuck you said. What do they remember? How it felt to be around you. They remember the signal, right? That little smirk they want to slap off your fucking face. The way your voice landed. The total lack of hesitation. That inner groundedness, that stillness that tells them without a word, I'm the cause. I'm not here to perform. I'm the center. And in a world of NPCs trying to optimize themselves into worthiness, that presence is unforgettable. The status game is dead. Social media killed it. The only flex now is aliveness. Real-time, unfiltered, unapologetic aliveness. Not perfect, not polished, just present. And once you drop the fucking performance, you stop chasing approval and you start broadcasting truth. You stop hoping for reactions and start dictating the field. No neediness, no internal commentary, micromanaging any of this bullshit. Just pure signal transmission. Coming straight from the universal life force energy, chi, whatever you want to fucking call it. Clear through the intuition, the emotions, the mind, and out through the face, voice, and body in a clear lens. Because when that presence hits, tactics don't fucking matter. You become the proof. You ever notice how the most magnetic people are just a little bit dangerous? There's something kind of off about them. Not wrong, not unsafe per se, just unpredictable. You can't pin them down. They don't follow the rhythm. They don't say what they're supposed to say. In fact, you don't know what the fuck's going to come out their mouth next. And deep down, everyone around them is like, who the fuck is this guy? And by the way, that's how you know you're on the right track. When you're out and people start asking, who the fuck are you? That's the edge. And it's not a gimmick. It's not acting weird for attention. It's permission. Controlled madness is what happens when that wild part of you finally gets the fucking hall pass. Most people will never access it. They bury it under perfectionism or logic or being polite. They build entire identities on being acceptable. Like, oh, this guy's okay, I guess. But charisma, real charisma, that lives in that rupture, in that break. It's the laugh that's too loud. It's the look that lingers a little longer than it should. It's a vibe that says, look, I'm not here to be appropriate. I'm here to be fucking undeniable. Like, yeah, people feel safe around the predictable, but they are drawn to the unpredictable because there's life there. There's risk, and risk is fucking magnetic. Look, everybody's bored. You got to give them something different to talk about. Controlled madness, it's not chaos. It is weaponized authenticity. It's the part of you that's done apologizing, that's done explaining yourself, done walking on eggshells in case someone doesn't get the joke. The edge is where you end and the signal begins. So ask yourself, are you still trying to be acceptable? Are you ready to get fucking real? Because the world, it's got enough nice guys. What it doesn't have is you unleashed. You've seen the glitch. You've burned the mask. You felt the signal. The fire's lit. The next part is where you realize reality isn't something you walk into. It's something that you broadcast. You've been told to read the room. No. You are the fucking room. Most people, they walk into a space and they immediately shrink, right? They start scanning, they assess, they adjust. They're basically waiting for someone to say, yes, you're allowed to be here. But real motherfuckers, they walk in and they reshape the entire gravitational field without saying a single word. That's frame control. That is bending reality in real time. So how does this work? Well, everybody is living inside a frame, an interpretation, a filter, if you will. And the second that you show up more certain, more present, more grounded in your frame than they are in theirs, your reality wins. It becomes the consensus reality. Their nervous system defaults to yours. Because look, charisma, it's not just confidence, okay? It's certainty broadcasted through the body. Your eye contact, the way you pace the conversation, your silence, your smile that's not looking for approval. You become the dominant reality, not by force, but by being the only one not fucking flinching. Most people are like, what do I say to fit in? What do I say? But when you control the frame, your very presence says, this is my movie. You can have a cameo in it if you fucking act right. And look, that's not cocky. It's not some fake alpha shit. It's just truth, embodied without apology. And when you get this, you don't have to win every interaction. You just stop needing to. People always ask me, Jeff, do you eventually get to a point where you just don't care about rejection anymore? No. You arrive at a point where you realize it never fucking mattered in the first place. That's when you stop reacting. You stop seeking permission. Because once you own the frame, you own the outcome. And not because you're forcing it, because you're literally the one who's writing it. You think charisma is something that you do? Nah, it's something that you are. And here's the part that they don't tell you about, okay? It's not in the words. It's not in the logic. It's not in some high-value behavior checklist from a fucking Reddit post. It's in your fucking bones and your blood and your flesh. Your voice, that's vibration. Your eyes are laser-guided attunement devices. Your movement, it's the rhythm of your soul leaking out in real time. The way you stand, the way you fucking breathe, the way you turn your head. All of this is data that's being picked up and processed and reflected by everyone around you, whether they realize it or not. You don't need to explain who you are. You just got to be so embodied in it that they feel it. And the sad truth is most people's bodies are lying. They say, oh, I'm confident, but they're like shuffling around. Their voice pitches up at the end of their sentences like they're looking for approval, trying for rapport. You know, they're like, I'm chill, but your body is screaming, please love me. Please like me. Please like me. Your body is a transmitter. So ultimately the question becomes, what frequency are you broadcasting? Is it signal? Is it static? Is it shame? Is it, I hope it goes well? Or is it, of course it's fucking going well. I'm here. The goal isn't to perform. It's to be so relaxed in your own body that everyone else relaxes with you. That's the presence that pulls people in. It's not fucking hype. It's not perfection. It's just full spectrum signal clarity coming from every gesture, every look, every breath. Because once your body aligns with truth, you stop speaking and you just start radiating. There comes a point where you stop quoting the philosophy and start living like you wrote the damn book. That's me. This isn't fucking content. Do you understand? This is a doctrine that I built from ash and blood and headlines and lawsuits and a million tiny fucking deaths. Most guys, they talk about charisma from like a fucking whiteboard. I learned it with a mic in one hand, a fucking well scotch in the other, and a fucking mob outside the venue, right? I didn't read about rejection. I got death threats. I didn't study social freedom. I stood on stage in front of mobs, reporters, haters, fucking fans, and said whatever the fuck I wanted, did whatever the fuck I wanted, and I paid the price for it. I approached 30,000 fucking strangers cold. I didn't try to get good at this. I burned my old identity to the ground over and over and over and over and over again and rebuilt it in the fire over and over again. That's why I can teach this, because I'm not teaching it. I am it. You don't need another mentor reading out of someone else's playbook. What you need is somebody who survived the abyss, pulled charisma out of its kicking and screaming, and came back to show you the map. You want frame control? Try getting canceled globally and still walking into the room with your head up. You want freedom from outcome? Try being banned, deplatformed, demonized, and still laughing. You want authenticity? Try being so fucking real it cost you everything and you still didn't fold. I lived the thesis, and now I'm here to give it to you, not as advice, but as a transmission. The world doesn't need another dude learning charisma. It needs more people who become it, who embody the code even when it's hard, even when it hurts, even when it costs them, especially then. Because when you live it, when you embody it, you don't need a script. You are the signal. You've seen it now. The glitch, the mask, the fire, the frame, the transmission, the code, and you can't unsee it. You felt something shift while you were watching this video. That wasn't motivation. That was activation. So now you got two paths. One, you close this tab. You scroll a bit. You have a chuckle at a meme, and you pretend that you didn't hear the truth, right? You shrink back into the simulation, back into the soft little silent despair of maybe one day I'll do it. You go back to optimizing your dating profile and hoping that this time it'll be different. Back to the podcast and the fucking affirmations. Back to playing a role in someone else's story. And you will forget this feeling because the gravity of your old self will pull you back under like a fucking undertow. Or path two, you step through the fucking door. You say, enough. Ya basta de tonterías. Enough of this shit. You kill the old script. You stop waiting. You stop hoping. And you start becoming the version of yourself who owns the room, the moment, the life. Not someday, right fucking now. And this isn't for everyone. And it shouldn't be. But if you're still here, if you're really still here, you already know. You were never meant to play by their rules. You were meant to bend reality with your presence. Now, you got the chance to train with me in real life, in the fire, on the street, in the moment. I'll pull you into the chaos and rebuild your nervous system from the ground up. Boot camp. It's a live experience that strips you down and reinstalls the signal piece by piece. This ain't therapy, okay? This ain't a mastermind Zoom call, although I do those too. This is you walking into the storm and coming out invincible. Click the link. Right there in the description. Step through the doorway. Or don't. Go back to pretending. Go back to playing it safe. Go back to dying slow. But understand this. The door's open. The fire's lit. And the storm is waiting.